welcome to Wine Talk Wednesday at Bar Z Winery. I have the distinct pleasure today of sitting down with Jenny from High Plains Public Radio. Jenny, tell us about HPPR.
High Plains Public Radio is it is the NPR affiliate station of the High Plains. We are the only one. If you don't know about us, if you've heard NPR at all, that's Morning Edition. If you've heard All Things Considered, you're listening to High Plains Public Radio. Mm-hmm. We're a very unique public radio station, an NPR affiliate, because we take up a really large swath of the middle of the country. And I think it's second only to Alaska as far as land mileage.
What states are involved in that?
So imagine the southwest corner of Nebraska, not much, just a little. Mm-hmm. Some eastern counties of Colorado. We've also got most of central and western Kansas, and then the panhandles of Oklahoma and Texas. We kind of cut out right north of Lubbock, and we cut out right about the edge of New Mexico. So it's a very large space, and we have 21 separate translators, so you can be driving for about 8 hours and still listening to High Plains Public Radio.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the concert series that you guys do, because those are my favorite.
So I'm the music director, so I have kind of two goals. Mine is to host High Plains Morning, which is 9 to noon every single weekday. That's a lot of music.
You should tune in because it's really cool.
Yes, Amarillo area, it's 105.7 FM. And this is our kind of flagship live hosted show. It started 38 years ago when the station started in Kansas. And it was pretty much folk Americana since the beginning. Different DJs kind of form it into different kind of shapes. I personally really like kind of like 60s psych folk. I like a lot of 70s funk. I like a lot of classic rock. So I really whip in a lot of berries. And it seems as if everybody kind of takes a while to adjust to the new DJs. I've been on the air for 2 years now, and everyone's like, "What is this? I really like this." You know, play some strange cover of Nina Simone, and
cool.
And yeah, it's just exposing this region to just really great music that doesn't get played anywhere else.
Yeah.
Because honestly, you've got college radio and you've got public radio. That's where the really cool music is being played. Everything else, you don't get to play what you want.
Well, how many times do you listen to a radio station and you think, my gosh, I've heard this song like 3 times already today?
And there's a reason for that. You have a high, medium, and low rotation at commercial stations.
Yeah.
We are a non-commercial station. We don't have any commercials at all. They're just sponsorships and underwriting from partners in the community that want to sponsor really high-quality journalism, really high-quality, regionally produced programs by people that live and work on the High Plains.
Absolutely.
So we're a very unique space, and I'm just really proud to work for High Plains Public Radio, simply because we're in a really interesting news cycle right now. There's an inordinate amount of incredible art and music coming out, especially in the folk and Americana genres, and we're in a position to just blast 3 hours every weekday with it. We also have regional DJs Friday night for Friday Night Blues. We have Brother T-Bone host that out of Garden City, Kansas. We have Open Range, which is Steve Johnson. Totally, it's mental. It's just this really strange mix. He goes all over the place. And then we have Western Swing and Other Things with Dodge City Marshal Alan Bailey and Cowgirl Janie. And I bet you can probably infer what that show is. It's a lot of cowboy music, really great traditional PD stuff, and that's out of Dodge City.
So you have something for everybody.
We are pretty much covered. If you take a lot of road trips, we have a lot of long haul truckers that listen to our station because of the variety. Because you've got different programming. We have NPR, we have PRX, we have all these different fantastic award-winning programs, and it's the only place that you can find these things on the High Plains because we are the only affiliate station. See, we live in a really beautiful place, and I think that like you said, you do regional, local wines. You try to keep everything very much from around here. And I feel like the people in the High Plains, all the way up to Nebraska and all the way down, because come on, Amarillo is kind of basically South Kansas. Yeah. We're very much flat. Yeah. We have more in common with the, area to the north of us, just flat, agricultural. But the skies are huge. Everything is really spectacular, and we all appreciate it.
Yeah.
And coming down here, being able to see as far as you can see, I do believe it changes your chemistry a little bit, and it gives you, a certain kind of appreciation for the people that live here.
What's your favorite part of Amarillo so far?
Of Amarillo? Okay, so the Brahms soft serve is dangerous and delicious. They do it very well.
Every time.
But right before that would be Paladuro Canyon. I could ride my bike to it, and I do. And while you ride your bike to Paladuro Canyon, one cow will see you, or cattle, whatever you want to call it. One of those beasts will see you and then start running, and then 3 more will start running, and then 5 more, and then you're riding your bike.
Does it make you like pedal faster?
They run along like a herd of little puppies, and then I just, of course, pull over and just sit there and film them and talk to them. So I would say that a bike ride to Paladuro Canyon is pretty spectacular. Tex Randall, the gigantic statue.
Isn't that cool?
When we moved down here, I was like, oh gosh, what's that? So I was really taken with him. I have to say his makeover is, I'm still getting used to it. I liked the Burt Reynolds.
I do too. It's a little different.
Well, it's because
It's
that's
just
when
not
I
what
first
I'm
met
used
him.
to, yeah.
And now he's got a very different face.
Yes, I went to college at WG, and he looks so different now. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
And it's funny, I have a lot of people that come into the studio, and I'm on the air 9 to noon, and they just want to come in. People that listen, people that just want to give me a CD. Somebody just recently gave me a Glenn Campbell Galveston vinyl. Thank you.
That's awesome.
Right? And so it's like, awesome. So somebody came in one time, and it was a man who was the son of the man who designed and created and built Tex Randall.
Wow.
And he claims that was never meant to be painted in the way that it is painted. Not now, but ever. Since, I would say the last 15 years it's been painted.
Yeah.
And he spoke about how when Levi's made a pair of jeans for it, and it had actual fabric pants on for a while.
Wow.
And I was like, well, you know what?
That's a lot of denim.
That's a lot of denim. I think it's
Yeah.
kind of hard to keep a, how many feet tall is that thing? It's got to be like 60 feet tall.
At least, yeah.
It's hard to keep a 60-foot tall man in some pants.
You mentioned earlier that you're publicly funded. Tell us what that means.
So, High Plains Public Radio is a 501(c) public radio station. So think, when you watch TV and it's like public access, and it's just like, welcome, and it's just, I know, not different than this, where it's just like, it's pretty lo-fi. It's not a big budget production, and it's put on, and it's so that there is a voice for regular people to be able to broadcast and share things and what's going on in a specific region. Well, public radio is exactly that. It is based in a region. It has the flavor of the region. All the different NPR affiliate stations are just absolutely steeped in the city that they're in. We're the High Plains. We're very different because we don't have this hyper-local. We go all up to here, so we have to then now assume this High Plains, kind of identity. We do have a lot in common with everybody in our listener region, but it is a challenge as opposed to like, you're in Seattle, you're in Portland, this is this. This is the public radio station here.
Yeah.
Most of those large stations actually have an endowment with the university, and so they have a little bit more financial stability.
Okay.
We are specifically an owner, run kind of thing. So if you listen and pledge $10 a month, $120 a year, you are co-owner of our station. And we absolutely run on that. That is like 80% of our budget. The number of grants that come in for public radio, I think most people assume that the government just pays bank for public radio.
Just like, they're
Almost
just
nothing.
checks.
The answer is they pay almost nothing. It's like less than 1% of the operating budget. And grants are going down because look at all the need. It's hard to justify, regional DJs playing Joni Mitchell, versus this kid needs some health care or this family needs some food.
Absolutely.
It is a struggle right now because we are looking at a lot of need right now. And it's kind of like, we don't have a democracy without an educated population.
Absolutely.
And NPR is pretty much one of the most last vestiges of very, very high quality investigative journalism. So to me, if you have an educated population, you have people making decisions based on information that is completely unbiased, and you get both sides of every issue, and it's fair and it's thrown out there. If they're going to interview someone from this side, you're going to hear this side too. Yeah. That's how you make your choices.
And when is your membership drive?
We have several a year because of the nature of our station. We have to kind of it costs tens of thousands of dollars a month to just keep us on the air. And we operate a pretty bare bones operation. There's less than 15 people on staff. We have a very dedicated board. The people on staff all wear about 5 hats. We work all weekend, we work all night, we volunteer. We have 15-hour days during pledge drives, and it's all because we can't allow the station to go anywhere. We can't let it go anywhere. It's like, without NPR, you're telling people that are farmers across the High Plains that they need to get some Wi-Fi, and they need to stream it online, and listen to it on their iPhone, on their Combine. It's not going to happen. They have transistor radios.
Absolutely.
I have a radio from 1962 that it folds out, and you take the speakers out, and there's these little weird cords that go to it. I mean, it is old. It is old school. And it's like, this is how I feel a lot of people actually still consume radio.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, and driving and stuff like that. So, and we have a lot of like repeat donors over and over. So my goal for 2018 is to get some of the people who listen all the time and haven't donated, just throw a bone. You'll feel so much better. You feel like a genuine sponsor of the programming.
Absolutely.
So, and I try to, you know, when I'm on the air, I try to remind, thank you so much to everyone out there that's a member listener. You're the reason that we're about to play a Ray Charles song. Here it is.
And I feel like a lot of local businesses are that way. And that's why we started our Wine Talk Wednesday series, is we're local and we wanted to support other fellow local organizations, whether it's a nonprofit or a local business or anything that is Texas Panhandle, because if you don't support it, it will cease to exist. If you don't give money to HPPR, if you don't shop locally, those businesses can't guarantee that they'll stick around.
Yeah.
And so if you think it's cool that you have an awesome NPR affiliate in your backyard, then you need to donate. If you think it's cool that you have a winery in your backyard, you should, you know,
Because you
shop
do.
local.
You have one. You have a
Believe
winery.
it or not, it's crazy. But
So
it's
if I buy a bottle of wine, am I co-owner?
you're not,
wink.
but you're a co-drinker.
Thank you.
Do you like that title?
I like co-drinker.
Okay.
It seems like one of those double sippy straws, though. Right?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You'll be a co-drinker.
Co-drinker.
If you buy our
Hey,
wine.
to
Cheers
co-drinkers.
to that.
To
Yes.
co-drink. You might have to change this from wine talks to co-drinkers.
Co-drinker Wednesday. Go support HPPR and come drink some fantastic Texas Panhandle wine and have a great week. We'll see you next time.
Round, round, get around, I get around, yeah, get around, round,